Hey everyone, it's Danielle. I am going to be setting up and doing a partial playthrough of Healthy Heart Hospital. I will be setting up for a two-player game, although pretty much the setup is going to be the same for solo because you're playing two-handed essentially. So I guess this setup would be good to follow if you're interested in playing for two or one player playing two players. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so we have the staff training manual and we have this handy. Great. If not, I will be referencing this as I do the setup for the first time. So this is a game for 1 to 5 players, but again, I will be setting up for a solo game using two doctors. Okay, so these are all of the components and I have them all baggied up and organized. So I'll go to the next page and we'll go through all of the setup. So if your components don't look like this, I do have the 3rd edition, so that's important to note. And so yeah, I already have the game board at the center of the play area. Next, we're going to place the round marker on space 1 of the round track. So the round track is here. There are 6 rounds in this game, so I'm going to be placing the round tracker on this first spot. And that round tracker looks like this. And HHH obviously is the abbreviation for the name of this game. Next, you're going to form the supply next to the game board with the following. You're going to use administrative action tokens. So that's these. These are the administrative action tokens. So I will just pile them up, I guess, up here. And then we'll have the medical action tokens, and those medical action tokens look like this. So I'll pile some of those up as well. And they are double-sided, and one side kind of looks like it's activated, the other side is a little less colorful, which means it's been used. Next, we'll look at the new room cards. So I have the cards also in a little baggie. So the new room cards are these. So we have these on the side as well. That right there. And research cards in a shuffled face down pile. Okay, so these are the research cards. They say research on the top, and they also say research on the back on the bottom. So we're going to give these a nice shuffle, and we're going to put them here. Okay, so I have the research cards there. Next, ward ability tokens in a shuffled face down pile. So for those, that's what these are, I believe. No, ward abilities. No, they are the horizontal tokens there. So I'll go ahead and take those out. And we're going to place them in a face down, kind of shuffled pile. Okay, I think that's pretty shuffled for the most part. I mean, I don't remember any order of those that I just placed just now. That will be like this. And then finally here, place the 10 white patient markers in a pile. So I believe that's what these are. Okay. I'll put them right here. Okay. So now it says shuffle all 20 training markers face down. So that's what these are. Training markers. And we're going to shuffle these face down and put it into a pile as well. Okay. And being that there's so many, I'm going to just kind of place them in multiple piles here in the boardroom. Okay. And then I'm going to leave 4 because you have to put 4 of them face up in the boardroom. So let's see, we have +1 cube, cardiology ward, and we have +1 cube, internal medicine ward. And then these 2 that we have will be +1 psychiatric ward and +1 trauma ward. Okay. All right. Place 1 random staff marker face down on each staff space. Okay. So I'm not going to look and not really going to read. So I'm just going to put them face down here. And honestly, my memory is so bad that even if I did read them, I would not remember it at all during my game. That is one benefit, I guess. All right. And then there will be 2 left. So those will go back in its baggie. Okay. So put that away. Almost done. So now it says place 1 random ward ability token face up on each ward ability space. All right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So in case you can't read it well, this one says don't draw a cube if only 1 patient in this ward. Black cubes count as ward color. Don't draw more. Okay, that's pretty good. Gain $2 if this ward is empty. That's really nice. The point of this game is to gain as much money as you can. 1 free transfer to treatment room after draws. Ignore first black cube drawn for this ward. That's also helpful as well. Okay. Next it says shuffle the 20 non-white patient markers inside the cloth bag. Okay, so we have the cloth bag over here. So we're going to shuffle the patient markers. Is this the non-white? I don't know, why does it specify that? Let's double check what that means. It says shuffle the 20 non-white patient. Oh yeah, that's these, right? Because we had the white ones here. All right, so go ahead and place them in the bag. And then it says draw 5 randomly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And place each in their matching color infirmary wards. Okay. And I guess you'll put it on the 3. Okay. This is here. And I'm just matching it up by color. Okay. All right. So now that that's done, you'll notice I did place them so that this EKG symbol is kind of like near the number 3. So that's kind of how you'll track how well this patient is doing in this ward. And also I like the fact that if you prefer not to use the colors to determine where it goes, they have the symbols that match each of the wards. So you could just look at that as well. Okay. After that, it says remove all remaining patient markers from the bag, sort and stack them by color beside the game board. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so I have them all here, and then it says choose any new room card. All right, so I get to choose and place it with this basic side, which is the white side, because they do all have a black side. And I'll place it up here in the new room section. So honestly, I don't really know what would be best, but let's do something that looks a little more simple. Maybe I'll do the break room. So this break room says administrator receives 1 extra administrative action token. So I'll put that here. And then applies immediate effect. So I'll make sure that I have the an extra administrative token. Just put this here as a reminder. Okay. Now it says place all 88 cubes into the bag and shuffle them. So I assume there's 88 in here. I should have checked, but I did not. Okay. So it's pretty much shuffled in there. And next it says draw 6 random cubes from the bag per waiting room. So the waiting room is here. So we have a waiting room 1, waiting room 2. So we're going to have to do this 10 times. Is that right? 10 times? No, it's per. So I'm gonna just do it like 1 and then 1. So okay, so just 2 times. So I'll draw 6, see what we get. All right, so we drew 1 black one, and it says return any black cubes or cubes for which there are no free spaces back to the bag. Cubes are only returned to the bag in this way during setup. Okay, so this will be returned. All right, so we have these 2. We have these 2 and this one. Okay, and then we'll do that one more time for this waiting room. Okay, so these 2 go back in. Then we'll have 1, these 2 down here, and this here, because that was that room. All right, so that's the setup for those. And next, we get to choose our characters. So that's going to be pretty fun. There's a lot to choose from. So it says each player takes 1 doctor. Again, I'm playing solo, but I get to pick 2 of them to play with. So I have... What do the nurses do? Are they counted as 1? I guess so. Okay. So like doctors, they are considered the doctors. Yes, okay. All right, so out of these, I'm going to choose 2 of them. And +2 to heal internal medicine patients. I think that'll be good because this has a ward ability that says gain $2 if this ward is empty. So I'll go ahead and use doctor. And then ooh, Dr. Dream. Camila Kadamoff, Bella Virus. Yeah, let's use Bella. Okay. And then after that, one player chooses one administrator. I think I will just choose one. And kind of just choosing a little bit blindly at this point. Pinch penny. Let's go with that one. Okay. So at this point, I think we're pretty much almost ready to go. So it says here, based on the player count, use the table below, place a number of administrative action tokens on the administrator card. So 2 players will put 4 medical actions for each player. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the administrator would get 2. 1, 2. But don't forget, we have this room, the break room, and it says administrator receives 1 extra administrative token. So we'll have 3 on Pinch Penny. Okay. All right, and it says place the money tracker with the money side showing face up. Okay. The money tracker will be tracked by the circular token. And it'll be at 0 for now. Oh, no, they're starting money, $15. Okay. I guess that might give us some room to spend it in case we needed it. All right. So that was the setup. And that was almost real time. So the first time setup might take you a little bit of sorting and time to get through. It took me about 15 minutes. But once you're kind of familiar with the game and you play a few times, I really do think that will be probably halved, if not just a few minutes if you know what you're doing. So yeah, I thought this setup was very easy to follow. I would have preferred if they did have numbers along the left side to reference this setup image, because I just had to kind of assume certain things. And yeah, looking at the components here, I guess it would have just been easier if there were numbers here to reference better. But overall, if you're familiar enough with the components, you should be fine. All right. So I will be placing my playthrough video on a different link. So I will link that in the description below. So yeah, I hope this setup video was helpful and got you started, at least for a 2 or 1 player game. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.